You ready to be entertained? A little story like it. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to lock it in? Yeah. Just lock it, so lock it in. Lock it in. Yeah. Just lock it, so what's up, everybody? It's your boy Joe Lockett. How you guys doing today? We're locked into the Joe Lockett Show. We got a great show lineup for you guys today, man. How you guys doing out there today? Hope everybody is well. Sorry for a little late. We had a few technical difficulties. Was trying to figure out a few things because you guess who's not at work today. Just take a while. Guess who's not at work? Who's the one and only nephew? He's not in the building, but it's okay. I'm about to fire his ass. I'm gonna be real with that. Then he's gonna pop up on the screen like you the man and stuff. What's going on, man?
What's up?
What's going on there, man?
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure you got everything straight.
Well, hell, you didn't let me know that you weren't gonna be here today, so now everything ain't straight, sir. It is not straight. Straight. Not straight. It's not.
well,
you on that BS, man.
I'm on the BS. Oh my gosh, I thought you got used to it from last time.
Being used to it and then having to go do it, having to go do it is two different things, sir.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just saying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I get a phone call, yo, bro, handle it. The hell, what the hell that mean, handle it? What does that mean, sir? Handle it.
That's how y'all old men talk back in the day.
Oh, that's what we talk about.
Yeah, that's it. That's how y'all talk back in the day.
I don't think so myself personally, but okay. If that's what you say, sir. Hey, Tam, how's it going? What's up, ladies? There, Christy's in the building. Shaw's in the building. How y'all ladies doing? Thanks so much for chiming in with us today. Yolanda's in the building. Popo is in the building. Brenda's in the building. What's up, Bill? Appreciate everybody locking in with us. Rachel, how you doing, baby? Thank you, everybody, for locking in with us today. Hope you guys are, having a great day so far. This is exciting. So, nephew, what's going on, man? You good?
Yeah, everything good with me. What about you?
Man, I can't. Why are you not here today, sir?
I wasn't able to come in today.
Why are you missing
because of prior issues?
I'm just saying, any other job you've been fired by now, sir.
From why are you not? From what I hear, you said from any other job you get fired.
I'm just saying, do you think you just got it like that or something? Huh?
No, but I got that mystique. You feel me? Like I think it's something now. I'm a valuable piece, right?
I don't feel ish right now. You are valuable to a point, sir, but there are limits. There are limits to everything. I'm just saying there are limits to everything. Hey, Eric, how you doing? How much PTO time do you give him? Way too damn much.
Somebody asked
way too much.
PTO time I get.
Way too much. No, when nephew's not here, y'all. Yeah, way too damn much. Y'all. Way too much. But real talk, y'all. When he's not in the building, he's not here for reason for real. I got a lot to get into the show today about when it comes to relationships and building. So if you guys are just liking it right now, make sure you guys subscribe, like the show. Okay, the like button. Do I need to fill in today? Chrissy, you can always fill in, baby girl. If you want to be a part of the show, damn nephew, we'll cut him out, tell him going on, whatever he got going on, tell him to go do it. We'll be okay with that. We'll be fine, sir. We don't really need you. And I got a question for you. Why do I got this wide angle on my thing? Like I always thought I wanted to close. Yeah, why is the angle so damn wide? Why does it stay where I wanted it? But this is a wide angle on me on Facebook and YouTube.
That's with the presets. I have to preset it to another angle, but how we got our cameras, it's gonna be a little difficult for it. But I think I can do it.
It's gonna have to work for today. I don't like it what it is right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're just gonna leave it like that. Anyway, how y'all doing today, man? Me and nephew gonna have a heart to heart when he gets back. That's learning to be sit right, so I can just push buttons when he gets back. Because I'm looking at this thing like this sitting on social media right now, and it's like it sucks. But anyway, because he looks at it and it's okay for him, right? But when I be looking at it, it's like, what are we doing here, sir? What are we doing? Matter of fact, I'm just gonna probably ask about that.
Oh, okay. So you figured it out.
Oh man, that's one good thing about this.
You got to click your presets right.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about. No, I'm just saying when I click on this thing right here, the angle that. Anyway, let's get into the show. How y'all doing? Chrissy's in the building. Y'all Jay is in the building. Today I want to get on the show. I want to talk about a couple things, nephew. I got a question for you, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are just locking into the Joe Liker Show, okay? Do you pay for babysitters, nephew?
Do I pay for babysitters?
Do you pay for a babysitter?
No.
Yeah, if you're going to take the girl out, do you pay for a babysitter?
No.
You don't pay for a babysitter?
I will not.
Okay. All right. So I want to talk about and I want to talk about that today on the show. Should a man pay for a woman's babysitter if she have kids, if they're just dating? This one here I got to really talk about, y'all. A woman won't marry a broke man, correct? They won't
True.
date. They don't want to date or marry a broke man, correct? Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask y'all this question here? All right, share this video out here because we really want to get into this. Why do women, they won't marry a broke man, but they would cheat with their broke ex? I want to know why. Why do married women, right? They won't marry a broke man, but they would cheat with their broke ex. What's up, MD? I know a woman right now just cheating on her husband with her broke ex. Good dude, handling his business. Her ex is broke as crap, have nothing. But she's cheating on her husband with her broke ex. Tell me what that makes sense.
Reason?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why she's doing it. I have no idea why she's cheating with her broke ex. She should have went ahead and stayed with him, but she's cheating with her broke ex. I want to talk about that today. And also, I want to talk about men when y'all are cheating on your good wife, right? Why are you cheating with a woman lesser than? Want to know these questions? Men, when you're cheating on your wife, why most times you're cheating with a woman lesser than the woman that you're with? Men are not cheating up. Most times they're cheating with a woman that's lesser than he already has. And women, y'all cheat. When y'all cheat, a lot of times y'all cheating with y'all broke ex. The guy that didn't want you, the guy that broke your heart, but you wind up going back to that person. MD, you disagree with what? Both premises or one of the premises? Which one? Chris, because he's giving her the time and attention that the husband doesn't.
The ex?
But he's your ex, Chrissy. He's your ex. So, as to why men cheat. Okay. Okay, but the ex was giving you the time before he said cheating on your ass. But now he's still doing what he's doing, and you're cheating with him now because you're married to the other dude. Your ex is still the same old dude that he was. So my question is, why did you get married to a new dude when you went back to the dude that's still cheating with you? That's probably with another woman now, and you just sleeping with him because for whatever reason, but you got a whole man at home. He knows what he's missing, but you're married, Chrissy. And if he's cheating on her, he's cheating on you too because he still got a whole girlfriend or girlfriends that he's still messing around with. So you're not winning. So why are you cheating on your husband?
I can just say she liked the D. Y'all can just be honest. Y'all like the D.
Or just broke. You're adding more to it than it. No, I'm saying exactly what I said, right? She's cheating with her broke ex. A lot of women that married women that cheat, they go back to their ex, right? That broke ex that didn't want her ex, right? And she's still married, but she's cheating with her ex. And a lot of times that ex is because he didn't put that ring on her finger and he's broken, he's still cheating. So I'm asking the question, if it does not apply to you, and if that's not you, don't answer the question. But we know who we're talking about, and we know the women out there. Let's do this now. Come on. If you're not the person that does this, but I'm going to say most people got that friend or family member that's doing this. And I'm asking the question, why do women that are married cheat with their broke ex? Okay? And I'm asking, why do men, most times when they cheat on their good wife, why did they cheat with a woman less than? And I don't want to hear this cliche answer. Well, she's paying more attention to me. She's good. You got a good wife at home, regardless, bro. So why are you cheating on your good wife with a woman that ain't half of what you got at home? Let's talk about it. You guys locked into the Joe Like Show. It's 21 minutes after hour. Nephew's coming to you live from undisclosed location, wherever the hell he is. He didn't come to work today. Erica Barker says, hold on. Tanisha says, but why? Cheating is cheating. I've never revisited a situation. Man, if ever you let EB tell the story, she's a saint. She's a nun. She never did nothing wrong.
And she don't find no reason to have to.
I can answer, sir. It's an opinion. That's all. You can answer it all the time. But I'm just saying the shoe don't fit. Don't try to put it on today, D. That's all I'm saying. I'm not a saint at all. Erica, we read your comments, nephew. EB, now you know if we read EB comments, right? You know, you especially the saint up and down. You know, I think no man did this. I would never put up with this. There's no way to help. We know you got a good man. You know, you notice this, nephew. When a woman gets a good man in her life, they start saying what they ain't gonna do.
What they ain't never tried to
ain't gonna be with. I ain't putting up with none of this stuff. Let me look at your track record, ma'am. I'm joking. Chris said, I don't cheat, but I have friends and family. I would never fall back, but it's an attention thing. But how are you gonna get attention from your ex, Chrissy?
I don't think it's all that deep. You might just want to have some. You just want to have some relations with who you had relations with before. Everybody ain't.
And if y'all watching, so let me know where y'all chiming in from. What city and state y'all chiming in from? Erica said, dude, basically saying, MF, Ninja, I was married for 27 years. I've been divorced since 2021. There's the track record. What's the track record? You was married for 27 years. So from 2021 to 2004, you didn't spin the block? Yes, that's what you're saying to me, EB. That's fine. For 27 years, you didn't do anything wrong in the marriage. I guess that's what you're saying. In the 27 years of marriage, you were a great wife. Because I think in the 27 years, you know, of course, marriage has up and down. I'm not going to judge that, but from 2021 to 2023, I would think, when you said so for 2 or 3 years, that's really a lot. Okay, so you didn't cheat with the ex. We didn't have a lot of exes, ma'am. You didn't have a lot of exes, E. 2021 to 2023, it's only like a 2-year span for real. So you only had what? 2 or 3 guys, maybe? Max, maybe 4 you didn't date it? Maybe 2 maybe 4 you talked to, maybe 5 guys you talked to, 2 or 3 you dated. You ain't really have a chance to go back to nobody, man. How many guys did you date between that time? Let's put that record out there before you got into the. How many guys did you date? Ain't talking about just talk to. How many guys did you date? Because if you only dated 3 guys, you ain't really have nobody to go back to. And I never went back or had a desire. You ain't have nobody to go back to. Okay, so let me say this. Erica, your ex is really one ex. That's not an ex. You know, if you dated somebody for a couple of months or less than a year, they're not an ex. They wasn't a experiment. You won't want to go back to something you ain't really spent no time with. I'm talking about that ex that these women have been with, right? You know what I'm saying? That y'all have spent some time together. But if you just dating somebody for a while and it just didn't work out, you can't really consider that your ex.
That depends.
Really?
Yeah. Depending on how y'all got down in that 1 year to a few months time. It depends on how y'all got down on that.
Okay, but we talking about EB. We know she didn't get down like that. Okay. So I'm saying she had those 1 or 2 exes, maybe 3 that she had, right? It didn't last long. You know that when EB sees something, she wasn't there for long. So I'm gonna say those last. Okay, EB, what was your? I don't want to drag EB in this because she's in a relationship now, so I'm gonna leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave you alone because you're in a happy relationship. We're not gonna regurgitate your past. Enjoy your happy relationship. Let's move on. Time and attention. So let me clarify this, and I'm not gonna mess with EB because, like I said, she's happy in a relationship, and we want her to stay happy. If you're a woman, because I see women getting upset about this, you're a woman and you know somebody, or you went back to your ex and he's broke or with somebody else. My question to the women is, why do you have a good man in your life and you're going back to your broke ex? That ain't no good. And men, if you have a good woman at home, why are you out there cheating with a woman lesser than the woman that you got at the house? You guys are locked into the Joe Lockett Show. I've already made some people mad, so let's get it. What you said, nephew?
Are we assuming that these folks is good?
I mean, for the most part, I'm going to say you got a decent wife. Because, if your wife was really bad, your husband really bad, wouldn't you want to divorce him?
Most folks would probably say, I need a reason to. Or most folks would say, I ain't divorcing unless somebody get provoked.
Okay. If that's what y'all want to say, okay. I'm just saying at the end of the day, when you're married or you're in a good relationship,
yeah, I'm just saying with some people.
I'm not a cheater, so I can't answer this one. So, Aquawoman, you ain't never cheated on a man? Y'all kill me like y'all ain't never cheated. So y'all women on this show today, y'all have never cheated on y'all men. I'm asking Aquawoman, Shar, Tams, Rachel, D. Y'all ain't never cheated on your man? Never? Y'all.
Why would they tell?
Yeah. Never. You ain't never cheated on a man that you dated, ever. Ever. Wow. So Rachel Tam says never. Aquawoman says absolutely not. Ever. Yolanda says no, she have never cheated on a man. T, have you ever cheated on a man in your life? And I'm saying, when I say, have you, okay, let me ask y'all women, it's just hard to believe that a woman ain't did nothing sneaky. So have you, if your husband or your man that you relationship with, even though most times, I guess most women probably, if you was married, you ain't did no suspicious activity that if your husband found out, he would say you were cheating on him?
D in the sub chat.
I got your whole D. I got your whole. Nephew's not controlling it today. I got your whole.
Bet.
I have 5 exes and none are worth my marriage, but knowing people is about comfortability. Okay. Do women really cheat as much as men? Oh, hell yeah. Oh yes,
I believe that.
these days, I don't know about now, but these days, do women cheat much as men? Yes, 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 they do. Yes, yes. There is no difference. There's no differentiation between that right now. Yes, women cheat just as much as men do. Yes. So I'm asking. So you ain't had a conversation with a man that you shouldn't have been having, right? You ain't took a compliment and kind of flirted with a man when you shouldn't have been flirting. You ain't doing that with him. I ain't talking about you slipped and he slipped. You slipped and he slid. I ain't talking about that. But you ain't had a conversation. You went to a lunch or dinner. You shouldn't. I'm just saying. You ain't returned a flirty text message to somebody or inbox to somebody. Nothing. Let me say I should have cheated.
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying.
Some folks' morals might not align with that.
Tam says, nope. I've never done this. Wow. Man, where were those women at when I was growing up? Because it's, some women said, okay, hey, kudos to the women, Tams, Aquawoman. I think that was somebody else. Statistically, yes. Yolanda says she haven't. Okay, and I think Rachel says she hasn't cheated. So, I guess there are women out there who, ain't no guess, there are women out there who have never cheated on a man a day in their life. I'm not looking for anything. Just hard to believe that a woman has done you ain't did nothing sneaky. I need to talk to y'all exes. I never need to talk to them and see. All right, guys, you guys like this to your favorite. So I want to know, why do women cheat with their broke exes when they can mess up a happy home, right? And the same thing with a man. Why do men cheat with a woman less than their wife, right? And I hear all this stuff. I guess you're saying attention. And let me see what's gonna be the answer y'all gonna say? Because she gives me, like Chris said, don't give me more attention than my wife gives me. She listens to me more than my wife does. So my wife doesn't pay me much attention. Is that a real reason to cheat on your wife, though, fellas?
No, but I mean, she might not. She might just be meant for a jump off.
Aquawoman, I know what it feels like to be cheated on, not a good feeling. Very true, very true. But now that I'm married, I haven't. Oh, Tanisha said she cheated before, but now that she's married. So Tanisha, you got a good man. So Tanisha saying, welcome to the show, Tanisha. I've never seen you here before. So welcome to the Joe Like Show. We appreciate you having you. Hope you follow the show and subscribe if you like. But thanks for watching us. So how long have you been married, Tanisha? And where are you chiming in from? Those are games to me. I don't play those kind of games. Okay. Okay. So nephew, have you ever cheated on a woman?
Have I ever cheated? No. I had no reason to.
23 years. Oh, 23 years. Oh, wow. You've never cheated on nobody?
No.
Wait a minute. You ain't never cheated? What's up on Facebook and YouTube? You ain't never been talking to another girl and it overlapped? Really? Are you being serious right now?
I'm dead serious.
In your life? You're 25 years living.
In my life, I've never cheated.
Oh, you can't call yourself a red box. Wow. Yeah. Hey, Fly Guy, how's it going, man? Darius. You know something? What's up, Darius?
Why not?
Okay, so someone's asking me. Okay, that's fine, bro. You ain't did it. You hosting too. Have I cheated? Yes. Hell yeah, I cheated. When I was younger, that was a mission of mine. I wasn't faithful at all, so I ain't consider being alive. And said when I was younger, when I was in the streets, was I cheat? Like my whole, you know my phrase, y'all. I'm gonna tell you my phrase when I was younger. When I was dating women, and I was in my 20s, my phrase was, "She's a girl that's a friend," and that's what I called girlfriend back in the day. Tokyo, Ohio, Kalama, Genki, that's stuff. So have I cheated back in the day? Yeah, I have cheated. I would be sitting here lying if I said I didn't cheat before. Yeah. These days, no. I don't want to cheat, but have I cheated before in my life? Yeah. More than once. I have cheated before, but not on my husband. Well, that's a good thing. I'm quite sure he's happy about you not cheating on him, Chrissy. That's a blessing. And Tanisha said she's been married for 23 years. Now, how do y'all stay married so long to one person? I couldn't get past 7. Do long marriages, are y'all still in love when y'all like 23 years and 10, 15 years in? Are y'all still in love? Are you still in love, Tanisha? With your husband? Is he still in love with you? I talked to one of my friends yesterday, and she was married for 30 years, and she said, I love him more today than I did 30 years ago. And that was the cool part about it. I looked in her face, and she was blushing when she said it. So I'm like, wow, that's so cool. Tanisha said, yes. Okay, that's good. That is good. Okay, give me one word, Tanisha, before we get back into the show. What's one word that kept y'all married together for 23 years? One word. MD, we know he says friendship comes first. And I do believe friendship does come first in a relationship. But sometimes friends go apart. But I do agree with you on that, MD. Friendship does take a big part of that. True. So what's one word, Tanisha, that kept y'all married together for 23 years? If you had to say one word, what would it be? Commitment. Okay. Wow. That's cool. I had commitment. It didn't work for me. Yep, that's not my magic answer. Okay, but thanks, Tanisha. All right, guys, it's 36 minutes after the hour. Let's see. I think MD wanted to come in here, so let me see. I've heard people say that they love the person more after a long marriage period. You have to be all in. I hear why I'm saying, yeah, I was saying for me that commitment didn't work. I think we both were committed, but we just, it didn't work. And I do believe my ex-wife she loved me, but she was not in love with me, what I truly believe. It does get stronger. I've been married twice, and the first one lasted 16 years. 4 years later, now this one is 10 years. Okay, so Chrissy, you're a keeper, sounds like, and that's a beautiful thing, man. That is a beautiful thing. Hey, Nina, how's it going? That's a beautiful thing. I think when I see women cheating back with their ex, because I don't see anybody answering that question, so I'm going to answer this question. I'm a man, but I'm going to answer it for the women. I think when a woman cheats with her ex and she's married to a good dude, she's settled for that dude because she couldn't get the ex, but now she's able to get back. She's able to get the ex, right? And I guess for her, to me, I think it's like a get back, right? You can't have me, right? And I'm not gonna let you have me, but I'm gonna have a piece of you whenever I want to, but I don't have to. I'm not dependent on you no more. I think it's an ego thing when a woman cheats with her ex and she's with a good dude. We says Rhonda on Facebook, you gotta trust a person and they gotta trust you. But you have to have a long relationship and a long marriage. Love has something to do with you, but trust is the main thing. Thank you, Rhonda from New York City. Rhonda from New York City chiming in on the Joe Lockett Show on Facebook. Welcome into the show, baby. Thank you for chiming in with us. Are you married or are you single, Rhonda? Let's go. All right, so you can trust a woman. You can trust your man. And we've all seen this, whether you've done it or you got friends or family that done it. But people still cheat. The question is why? Why do the woman or why do the man still cheat when you got a great thing going on? I know a situation right now. And I cannot explain to you why this woman is cheating on this dude. I cannot. I get nobody's perfect, right? And I've seen dudes cheat on women. And I be like, bro, why are you cheating on your wife? And I have to come to a conclusion. He's just a hoe, right? You just a no good guy. Because some dudes I see cheat, man, got a great wife, beautiful kids, and you still out here in these streets, bro. Why? Why are you out here in these streets? And some of these women, I see y'all out in these streets, and the dude that I see y'all out here creeping with, and I think some of these women creep with these dudes, with a dude lesser than, because you got kids and you want to make sure you don't leave your husband. I don't know if that to be true. This is my own conspiracy theory, but I've noticed women that cheat with kids, you definitely cheat with a broke guy or somebody lesser than. So he's just giving you, the meat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you just doing your thing with him for whatever reason it is. But I don't see too many women risking their marriage when they got kids. That I have seen. Y'all tell me, ladies, am I right or wrong on that? Am I in a ballpark? I don't know. I'm speculating on that part there. But in these streets, right, I see married women. They're not the ones that want to stay married. They're not going to be with no guy that's going to mess with their head and ego wise, and he gonna start taking care of her better than her husband, where she have to leave her kids. I've seen, like I said, that's just my thinking on it. Don't have any proof on it. This is what I just kind of think. Run on Facebook also say both of my cousins are deceased, and I had nothing to do with it, but those things happen. But in any marriages and any relationship, you have to trust one another and respect each other. This is very true. Tanisha says ego. So does ego have a place in marriage, Tanisha? Does ego truly have a place in marriage, nephew? Does ego have a place in marriage, MD? Does it?
No, not at all. But I also ain't never been married before, so it's kind of hard for me to say if I would put it out.
Well, I will ask you this, nephew. What? Yeah, I heard you.
Okay.
You said you don't think ego has a place in it, right?
No. Yeah, it doesn't have a place.
In every relationship, one or the other always has an ego. I can see they have an ego, MD, but do you have an ego for your relationship? Having an ego yourself is fine, but do you have that ego in your relationship, meaning that you still think you got it and you can get away with it? I guess some people will think so, right? And that's why you cheat. I'm not sure about that. Y'all let me know. Because Delana says they do, but sometimes you put it to the side. Okay, so hit the like button, share this video out there if you're on Facebook or TikTok or YouTube, wherever you watch it. I appreciate you. We love you. Nephew's in the building. This is where I'm going with this today, y'all. This is what I'm seeing a lot more of, and nobody's talking about it, nephew. Nobody's talking about it, Christy. Nobody's talking about it, Aquawoman. Rhonda on Facebook. Listen, this is what I see a lot of people. I ain't gonna say a lot, but I see people that are married, but they are jealous of their mate. Yes, you heard me correctly. And y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. They are jealous of their mate. Jealous of their husband, but jealous of their wife. I've seen women be jealous of their man because they didn't gain weight and he's taking care of himself. And I've seen men do the exact same thing. Men be jealous of their wife because they're taking care of himself and he didn't gain weight and she's looking better than he is. Jealous. I've seen where men or a woman get promoted in positions, right? And they start to make more money and want to change up in life. And your mate becomes jealous of you. Instead of supporting you and being on your side, right? They become jealous. Now, I do have seen some situations, which y'all know what I'm talking about, right? That's not crazy. This is very true. This is alive and well. I had a huge conversation in a group of people talking about men and women being jealous of their husband or being jealous of their wife. And they're married, right? And people don't understand what I'm saying, but this happens. Husbands become jealous of wives. Wives become jealous of husbands, okay? Because your wife got a promotion, right? For some reason, some men want their wife to stay where they are. And as long as he's making money, but she got a job, he's okay with that ish. But as soon as she started to get a job and she started making more money than him, he feels some kind of way. He don't go nowhere, but he treated a little bit different. He backed off of some of the stuff that he used to do because he's jealous of his wife. She started trying to give him advice about certain things. He don't want to listen to her now. Because in his mind, she thinks she knows everything because she's making more money than me. There are people that are married that are jealous of each other. Let's talk about that. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Yeah. Nephew, are you seeing what's going on Facebook with Rumble? Can you read that?
Yeah. It doesn't have another eagle. What? It doesn't have another eagle. It has I think she mean angle. Another angle. It has to do with people been hurt and disappointed. So they go out looking for someone it's gonna help them to get over their hurt and their disappointment. A lot of times ladies and men and they turn to somebody else and is sorry and they realize what they had at home was better and they try to get back to their husband and her wife and they don't have no more trust, so we need to chill out our body's best and trust God for the best. God will. I love your show. Okay.
Thank you, Rhonda. We appreciate you hanging out with us on Facebook. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the Joe Lockett page there. I appreciate you. Now, Aqua Woman, I'm in a fight with you, baby girl. You said, I think people are uncomfortable in relationship, maybe not so much. Hell no. Hell no. You're not get away with that one, Aqua Woman. No, ma'am. No. Jealousy. I'm saying your husband can be jealous of you. Your wife can be jealous of you. I've seen women, when a man start taking care of himself, shave his beard, dye his beard, you know what I'm saying? You get himself together, right? And women start to, I guess, looking at him a lot more. Some of y'all women and some of y'all men want y'all mates to stay right where they are. Y'all don't want them to change. Okay? Whether it's financial or whether it's physical, you don't want them to change because you don't want them to leave you behind. Right? And this make you say it make you uncomfortable. How the hell are you gonna be uncomfortable with your man doing something good for yourself? How you gonna be uncomfortable with your wife making more money than you? Or she done messed around and got that belly band put around her stomach, and now she done lost that weight, and now she got her social curves back, and men are paying more attention to her. Why would you be jealous of your husband? Why would you be jealous of your wife? I'm just saying, women. Go ahead, nephew.
They might see the opportunity that they had to lead them.
See, Erica said her ex was like that. He hated her being in the gym.
That could
MD, you can call her being left behind. I love her. Hey, Lexi, how you doing? Thanks for following the live. Lexi, MD said that's a feminine trait. Bro, I don't care what you call it. I know dudes that are jealous of their woman, especially a lot of dudes when the biggest thing I see with jealous when it comes to the damn money. When she started making more money than he does, he changed his attitude. You should be happy for your woman. But a lot of dudes feel like they're not the man anymore if their woman is making more money than he is. Because this is what men say. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but this is what men say. She thinks she knows more than me now. That's the common line. Oh, since you're making more money, the argument. If ladies tell me, am I wrong? Tell me, am I wrong, ladies? When you are in a relationship with a man and you start making more money than him, please tell me, because I don't know none of y'all husbands. I don't know most of y'all on my show, right? But tell me this is not what he's saying. Oh, you think you know more than me because you're making more money than me, huh? Tell me I'm lying, ladies. Tell me I'm gonna be Nostradamus into your relationship when you start making more money than your man, when your girlfriend or your wife. Do he not say when y'all get into an argument, oh, now because you're making more money than me, you think you know more than I do? Hey, Tangent, tell me I'm wrong, ladies. Tell me I'm wrong. Ain't that the first thing come out of his mouth? The argument completely changes, right? When he was making more money, he didn't talk to you like that. And you said the exact same stuff back to him, and you use just combative or debating the same way. But as soon as you start making more money than him, he comes at you and attack your position. He comes at you and attack your money. He comes at you and attack who you are as a person. Because now he said you didn't change. Well, you ain't changed one bit. You ain't changed at all. Jealous. I'm said it, jealous. I was told I was money hungry. Yep. Hey Scorpio, how you doing? Lady, absolutely. My ex said several times. See, why can't we lift each other up and be happy for each other? Tam, that would be too perfect of a world. MD, I'm glad she'll make more money now. You can go buy your own damn Gucci bags. Yeah, I can see that. Ruther said you're 100% right. Men do get upset when their wives make more money than. I don't understand why. Why would you be intimidated with your wife making more money? Sometimes your wife may have a better answer than you. See, I think some men, I'm gonna be real today on Joe Locker Show. Okay, you guys just locking in. Go ahead to 50 minutes after the hour. We got a great show going on, right? But I mean, I'm what I'm about to say. I think men marry women that are beneath them so they can be the leader or the father figure of that woman. You say the right thing to her. You want her to prosper. You want her to be good. That's a damn lie, fella. Sometimes you want you want to prosper as long as you're the one doing the prospering for the family. You never really wanted her to be the one to do that for you. Hey guys, hold tight. Let me go plug this computer up. Because if I don't plug up my computer, it's going to shut down on me. There we go. All right. Had to make sure I plug that computer up because that goes up. Feed on social media goes up. All right. So, but yeah, you're looking at it all wrong. Okay. MD, you about with this crap today. So, you know me, you finna fight, bro. How the hell can I bring you in? Because I'm about to tell you your mess already. This show ain't even really got up and running yet. You coming in trying to be the man. See, you jealous.
I'm kind of with MD.
Huh?
I'm kind of with MD, but I'm gonna let him cook.
Man, I ain't studying neither one of y'all. Yeah, we got to bring MD into the show. We go as he's getting ready to come into the show. Nephew, what your thoughts are?
I think the jealousy to look at it like how we are can be a little one-sided. I think if you go into the root of why people jealous, shoot, I think it can stem from them knowing that the person that's getting better or improving themselves, if they realize just how better and improving they are, that it's an opportunity they could lose somebody that they had control over or that they loved or something. But I think the possibility for loss creep in. Because if I see somebody that's making more money than me and I know I can't catch up, I know she getting in different rooms that I won't be allowed it in. I know that she's finna be around different higher class men that maybe my caliber don't stand for. Or if I'm getting fit and I'm working out and I'm getting my body right, that's gonna attract different women that I didn't have before. That's gonna bring a self-esteem that she wasn't ready to prep for.
That's like a insecure problem though.
But that's them from that can cause jealousy.
Okay.
Especially if you want it for yourself, that can cause jealousy. That's envy at its best.
Okay, MB, go ahead. Okay, what are you asking me to address? I'm sorry, I got distracted. To address, you said you disagree with the man being jealous of his wife.
Well, to me, that's feminine for a man to be jealous of his wife, for one, in my opinion. But I think subconsciously, right? Subconsciously, America, including women, have put into our minds that we are supposed to make more money than women in order to be considered men or in order to be considered providers, right? And for most men, we subscribe to that logic. So it's foreign and intimidating for a man to accept that his woman makes more money than him.
it's foreign to a man for his woman to make more money than him?
So again, let me back up a little bit. Society has subconsciously taught us that the norm or the standard is for a man to make more money than a woman. And for that scenario to be reversed, it can be intimidating to a man, if you understand what I'm saying.
I do understand what you're saying, but when you marry your wife, right? Society shouldn't really play a role in the house with the woman that you say you claim that you love, right? Or the man that you say that you love. You should want, and I'm not saying that I'm saying it should be this way. You should want your wife to prosper, even if it takes her to heights that you couldn't do. She did it, and you should be proud of her. But I see a lot of men that are not as proud as they should be of their woman, especially when it comes to the finance, the awards, or getting promotions, right? As they should be, because it's not him. And I don't understand what is wrong with these men not being as proud as they should be of their wife and uplifting their wife to the utmost, and being okay to carry her purse or sit there in the background and shut the hell up and let her receive her award.
Since our grandfather days or our great grandfather days, America, society, and even women have been putting into our minds, you're supposed to make more money than your wife. You're supposed to make more money than your wife. Imagine hearing that for 100, 150 years, and then here comes the curveball. She makes more money than you.
Okay, but can I interrupt you just a bit?
Hold on. So society, and along with some women, because I don't want to generalize women, they're looking at you different because now she's the breadwinner.
I understand that.
And that's not what society has been teaching us. So now you're no longer the man of your house, according to society and some women. I'm not going to say all. Now you're not the man of your house because she's the breadwinner.
Okay, and I can see what you're saying. I'm going to agree with you to a small, minute point. I do get what you're saying. But here's the thing, right? If you're in a loving relationship, with your wife and your husband, right? The woman is not going to look down on her husband because she knows for her to get to where she got to, she had to be supported, number one, right? And because she's making more money than her husband, right? A good woman is not going to use or throw that in his face or try to make him do anything more or less. This is something she wanted to achieve, and it just happened to be great for the family. Who's the breadwinner in 2024? In my humble opinion, if y'all been married for a long time, it don't matter. Okay, it don't matter. But I'm just saying, if you've been married to somebody for a long period of time, MD, it don't matter who becomes the breadwinner because it's both for y'all. Now, if you just got married, right, and you got a deadbeat guy, or he ain't trying to do nothing, that's different. But you married 10 years, 5 to 10 years, you married, and you happen that he was the breadwinner before, and you start making more money than he did, and your position, you happen to get promoted, and you make more money than your husband for the lifetime. What is wrong with that? That man should not have to step his game up to make the same amount of money as you. If he's in this trajectory, he's been in this company for 10 or 15 years, he's going to do what he's going to do. You was okay with it before you got your promotion. You should be okay with it after you got your promotion. Because now you're making more money. Now y'all can do more things with the money that you're making. It doesn't matter who the breadwinner is at that point. It doesn't matter. He's still paying the same bills that he was paying, and you're still paying the same bills that you were paying. But now y'all can do a little bit more with the extra money that y'all got coming into the house. Isn't that the way it's supposed to work?
But let me tell you, that's not the way society is set up. Like you said, a good woman wouldn't look at him differently, but an alpha woman will.
I don't know, MD. I think some alpha women will, but I don't think most women will, bro. The most women that love their husbands, I don't think they. I know what you're saying. I know those women that do it, right?
So, but unfortunately, The good women voices, I mean the alpha women's voices are louder than the good women's voices, unfortunately. Let's just say that there's 50 good women, and there's 50 alpha women.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the 50 alpha women's voices will be louder than the 50 good women. Unfortunately. That's the way society is set up.
Okay. I can see. I'm gonna go to your point and say I agree with what you're saying, but I'm gonna also say this here too, though. Damn society, right? What are y'all doing for real? For real? Are y'all listening to what y'all see on the internet or on these blogs or on Facebook or TikTok or YouTube to run your household? Y'all got to remember, men and women, y'all started out with nothing, right? You move yourself up. You decided, you was able to get a promotion. It should be good for the family. If you're in love with the husband or the wife, I'm serious, man. I'm so serious when it comes to this. If you married a good dude and his job was good enough when you didn't have, right? And you get into the position to win, now y'all are winning. Does it matter who wins the lottery? I mean, real talk. Does it matter that she bought the lottery ticket or you bought the lottery ticket that's your wife? I mean, it don't matter, right? If I buy the damn lottery ticket and I win, she's still gonna get half, and vice versa. So what's the difference is if you knew my job was gonna take me here for the next 20 years, and you was okay with that when you married me, you happen to get a job, right? And just say somebody quit and they put you in a position, and that position came with more money, and you was able to get bonuses because you've been there long enough, and they figured out you knew the job. Y'all didn't see that coming, so that was not in your path of what you were doing. But the lady that happened to get the position, and now she's the vice president of a company, right? Her husband is a blue collar worker making $60,000 to $80,000 a year. What is wrong with her making $200 some thousand dollars a year? Her husband making $80,000 a year. Why come she can't love that man, and why come that man can't love that woman? Because go ahead.
It depends on the woman. It depends on the type of woman.
I do agree. It depends on the type of woman. Now I'm going to say this, MD. I'm agree with you here. I think younger women are not going to be able to. They're not going to want to hold the man down if they start to get to that position because they want more, and they want more from their man, right? And I think sometimes. Go ahead.
I don't think age has nothing to do with it. You have 40 plus tapping on 50-year-old women talking just like the younger women.
But in reality, though, okay, all these women really doing what they're saying. Hey, Nate Dogg, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I see women talking bold on the internet, MD, and you do too. What's up, Nature Fixes? How you doing? Thanks for locking into the Joe Lockett Show. But I'm gonna ask this question to y'all. Thanks for sharing the show. Thanks for hitting the like button and all the stuff that you guys are doing out there on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, and YouTube. I'm gonna ask you this question here though. When you are in these relationships, right? What are you allowing yourself to do? Because I see a lot of women that are older, right? They say all this stuff on social media, but when you see these women in real life, bro, that ain't what they're doing. That ain't what they done. That ain't what they're doing in the present. Go ahead. Huh?
They're that way in real life for real.
That what? They're that way. What do you mean?
The way you're the type of individual you're describing, they're like that in real life. They don't put stuff on Facebook just to put it on there. That's how they think in real life.
Bro, I done seen some of these women, bro.
So if a woman says that she won't submit to, if she puts, I'm not going to submit to a man who can't pay my mortgage. That's how she is in real life. That's not just for Facebook. That's who she is in real life.
Okay. That part, you're right. I'm talking about the women saying what they want accept on other bases. Because a lot of these women saying what they want accept, bro. Can I say this and be real? Most of them single.
That's true.
But think about what I'm saying. What these women, when they put out these ultimatums, right? Or what they will and will not tolerate, they ain't got a man. Think about what I'm saying now. Most of these women that you don't see too many women that's married that's going to say, well, I'm not going to do this. Because that's the damn lie. When you get married, you make sacrifices. You make you compromise. These women that are saying this, they're single and saying this for a reason. You want a man to come picture the women that you're talking about that does live their life, they're probably never going to be happy because a man would never live up to the standards that that alpha woman needs him to live up to. Now, the question would be to me, I would ask you, MD, why is this alpha woman, why come she can't attract that high value man? Because she's talking down on the man that can't afford her. But what about the man that can? Why come he ain't moving messing with her?
I mean, well, a lot of women that think like that, they've had high value men. So that's why they get the gumption to talk like that.
Okay, but why she's single?
You might just see her between dudes at the time.
Okay, but she's still single. Because how many married women have you seen have these conversations that most of these single women are having? Because here's my thing: if this is what you're all about, right, you should be able to say, like EB is saying, I don't do this, but I got a man that's doing this. This is the life I live, and this is what he's able to provide for me. But if you look at most of these blogs and society, what you're talking about on social media, most of these women that are sitting on these panels and podcasts, whatever they're talking about, they are single. They ain't got a man. They got some dude, some side dude that they are just smashing with, or some NBA player or some NFL player they running up behind. But they ain't got no man of their own. They ain't married. So is that what we're looking at society saying that's success?
A lot of them don't care about relationship. As long as if she want that diamond tennis bracelet, she gonna get it by any means necessary.
And that's okay.
The man don't have nothing to do with it.
But okay, so again, to my point, what you said makes absolute sense. If you want to ride around in a Lamborghini, you want to get the tennis bracelet, if you want to be in a penthouse, be on yachts and stuff, you're not looking for a man, you're looking for things, right? So you're not going to tolerate less than what these men are giving you. But you ask these women to get what you're asking for from that man. What are you giving? You're giving up the draws. You're giving up your time. You're running behind that guy. You're doing exactly what he wants you to do whenever you want him to do it, so you can get those things. That's the other part what women ain't telling you. Because the guy that got that kind of stuff, he ain't just giving it to you because you're cute. Now, go run home and tell mama that. Because these women, they're not telling the whole truth. I'm not going to mess with a guy's not doing this. That's fine. The guy that's paying your bills and doing everything for him, I guarantee you when his phone number call, guess what they do, MD? You don't think they answer? When that phone, when they get that text message or he make that phone call and say, you know, I'm sending you a ticket or cash out your money, come see me, you don't think she on the next plane smoking? Is that the kind of life that women are saying that what society say that you wouldn't want to live? Because you're getting the things that you want? You don't want a relationship, you don't want a husband, that's fine. But I would say to women, why the hell are you listening to that woman? And fellas, the same thing. If you want a good woman and you think cheating is where it is because we make it look cool in society, but you got a good woman at home and the woman that you're cheating with ain't half the woman that you got, why you out there cheating? Does that make any sense? Huh?
I got something.
Well, go ahead. We're here now. This is Joe Lock Show. It's 8 minutes after our MD is locked into the show. If you guys want to join into the show, let us know. Send me an invite, and my moderators will check in on you. What's going on Facebook? We see you there. Mia says submission is not a consent and unconditional in any relationship, no matter how much he makes. Consent for what? Submission is not consent and unconditional in any relationship, no matter how much he makes. I agree with you for us, but for some women, yes. For some men, yes. If there's enough money, they do submit. Some women don't want to work. Some women want the house, the car, and the steady income coming in every month. So they would do what that one man wants them to do. And no matter who else he's with, you're still going to conform. And I would give a great example, Nick Cannon. How in the hell Nick Cannon still having babies? MD, tell me how.
He's a gazillionaire.
Oh, constant, okay. Huh?
Because he's a gazillionaire and he can have as many as he wants.
But what I'm saying is, women are still having babies by him, knowing that he got other women and he's still sleeping with them, but they still go out and let him impregnate her. Tell me why? Because of the money, right?
He can go to the bank any day of the week he wants. He can go 50 times a day if he wants.
But you see what I'm saying though? They don't want anything but the money. So why would you listen to a woman like that? Because that woman is going to say, well, I'm not going to accept anything less. But what does she have to go do for that? Right? Because if he called her, she can't have another man. She can't do anything else. Everything she got is being provided and paid for by him. But he's never going to be with her. Correct?
The reality is, being that she got a baby by Nick Cannon, she don't ever have to work another day in her life.
That's right. She never have to work another day in her life at a job, but she got to work for him. She ain't never got to work at a job. She ain't never got to go leave the house and do nothing. But if he called her, whatever he wants, no matter who he just had a baby by last night, she better answer that phone. She can't never have another dude living up in his house.
She's not going to, because her baby daddy is a millionaire.
But think about what we're saying though. That sounds that sounds crazy to me, number one. Because if you just after that you don't have a life. You kind of just sold your life to a guy for money. And some women do, well, we see a lot of women, some women are doing that. But is she really happy? I would say honestly, if you sat down and talked to these women after they got the money and got their lifestyle, I would dare to say some of them don't want it. Some of them will have changed their minds that I wouldn't do this again. Because you don't have the man is not yours. He made it very clear. He's not going to be only with you. But you can't be with anybody else. What kind of life is that, MD?
It's not a life.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I get, the women who say, I don't want to work, I'm beautiful, and, they can drive in the car they want. But once them kids grow up, right? And they leave, or they want to go stay with their daddy. I'm not saying Nick Cannon would do that, but I'm just saying women who sell themselves for money, I don't know if that's something that our young ladies or even women my age want to be listening to and saying, I'm not going to do this unless. Because what women saying, my point is this, when a woman is saying that they're not going to do this because of this, your ass is doing something. That makes sense, MD? If you're saying I'm not going to mess with a man that can't do this, can't do this, can't do this, you're messing with the man that's going to do this for you, where you're doing whatever that man wants you to do because he's doing that, and that. So you're doing something. So I love it when a woman says, what I'm not going to do, but ask yourself the question, the woman that's not doing what you're doing, they don't have to be at a man's beck and call that possibly don't even love them or care about them. Because of some of these women, I'm gonna say this. Some of these women that are dealing with these guys that got that paper, y'all, right? I said this yesterday on the show, and I'm gonna say it again. Those guys are not in love with you. They care about you. But because they got that paper, if you are not offering something of significance to them, right? Do they really love you? I've seen too many times where these dudes, especially if they're traveling or their jobs keep them busy, you are something that take care of their kids or take care of their household. Not saying in all cases, but in a lot of cases, this is what you see actually happening to women that submit to, I guess, the money lifestyle. The alpha woman, I think it's harder for her to find a man because she's stuck between a rock and a hard place. MD, this is what I would say. And if you let me know what you think, I think a woman that's a alpha woman, that's a CEO or a boss chick, she has a hard life dating because she spent most of her young life building her company and getting on her career. Once she get the money, she's in a very peculiar position of the guy that got money don't want her. And the guy that doesn't have money is intimidated by her. And she feels like he's never going to be enough for her. So where is the guy really for that boss chick? Who can she really date? Would you not agree?
Oh
MD?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, because a boss chick, who does she date?
She's only left to date men on her caliber.
And the men on her caliber 9 times out of 10 don't want her because they can't control her.
A man on her caliber gonna want somebody that make less money than him so he can cater to her.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's it. The boss chick, right? The true boss woman that making the real paper, you know, that got money and a house and a car. She got her own G wagon, right? She got her own, six bedroom house, 3 bathroom, pool, yacht, and got all that stuff. It's hard for her to date, man. It's hard for a CEO woman to date if she's not already in a relationship. And a woman being an entrepreneur and successful would find it hard to find marriage and love than it is for a man that's successful as a CEO and a boss. Because men don't want boss chicks, and boss chicks don't want broke men. You see what I'm saying? So the how can the boss chick actually make money? I mean, not make money, but how can she actually be in love? How can she find somebody? Let's see. Hold on, like, y'all going really quickly here. There's love. They love the paper, not you. I think I don't think that's true, Steve. I think women that went after the paper wanted to solidify themselves, and then once they solidified themselves, they're looking for love. But I think it's hard for them to find love because they really don't know what they're looking for. They're looking. I think when you got money, I don't know if you're looking for love or somebody who's on your level. That's something we can talk about because I think when a woman is making, let's say, $250,000 a year, or just say, yeah, let's make she makes $250,000 a year. She done made it now. She don't have to worry about money anymore. She got money. She got over $2 or $3 million in the bank, making $250,000 a year. So she's a multimillionaire. Now she done worked her ass off to get here. Rich guys is really not going to want to be with her. So when she's looking for love now, she's looking for somebody who's going to love her, but also she's looking for somebody on her level. And I don't know if she's going to find that really easily. Because a guy like Steven Spielberg or Tyler Perry or those guys that's making paper like that, or a football player or a basketball player, she's just as busy as they are. She's not going to be able to cater to them because she's busy with her business and her company. So those guys are not going to want her, and she got the same paper. So the guy that got the money, he can't impress her. So how can she fall in love with that guy? Because she can't give him what she wants. She will have to sacrifice and stop doing something to be with that kind of guy if he's still, working, whatever he's doing in business. The broke guy, she can't fall in love with his ass because she's, unfortunately, but rightfully so, I think she would kind of look down on him. So should a woman like that settle and get a guy lesser than and financially, but he does love her? Or should she be with a guy that got the money that's not going to love her, but her same status? I don't think she can really find that perfect guy because of what she's accomplished. And that's sad to say, but I do believe that's where society is, that's where her marketplace is. Y'all hit me up, let me know what you guys think. It's the Joe Locker Show. It's 18 minutes after the hour. Am I right or am I wrong? Let's get it in. There are a lot of women want to be boss chicks and alpha women with worker bee jobs. Not really. I'm a director, strategy, logistic alpha woman. Let's see here. Steve, I'm talking about the man, not the woman. Okay, sorry about the big dog. I want a man who has done healing his trauma, his past, is a rich man to me. Okay, all right. Nephew, you got any thoughts on this? I think nephew sleep. You're like, bro. You got any thoughts on this, nephew? I can't hear you, bro.
Girlfriend.
There you go.
All right, nephew, what you gotta say, bro?
There you go. Oh, I'm
So what
delayed.
you gotta say about this, man?
Um, as far as with the last point you made, um, dog, I'm gonna have to hear it again. I'm gonna have to hear it again.
You have to what?
I need to hear it again. The last point you made.
Last point I made was okay. A boss chick that making the paper, making about $250,000 a year. Can she be with a man? Well, how can she find love? The women that are making the paper, their success, got the money in the bank. She can have company, but she's successful. The guy that got the paper, yeah, the guy that got the paper 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10 is not going to want to be with her because he's not going to be able to do the things domestically or whatever he needs her to because she's busy and he's busy. So she ain't gonna be the wife most likely that he's looking for. And for her with the guy that making less than her, she's probably not gonna really want to be with him because he's not at her level and he's not able to do the things that she's able to do for him, and she's gonna feel some kind of way about that. So does she be with that guy because he can love her but can't give her what she wants and she have everything, or is she gonna be with a rich guy that or the guy on her level, but he's not gonna really love her because she's not able to do what she can do for him as a wife because she's busy.
She need to be willing to settle, regardless. She gonna need to settle. You need to weigh your options. Do you want the dude that's gonna match you at paper, and y'all gonna be this elite couple in the atmosphere, and he not apply anything else that you need, or you gonna find some dude that might be a little bit more rational, might be more of what you are, but can't match what you are in paper.
Wow.
Let me speak on something real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
So you have those type of women. You have the boss chick type of women, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have boss chick type of women that don't care how much money he makes annually, as long as he makes her happy and he's taking care of her heart and keep her on cloud 9 24/7. To her, she hit the jackpot. She don't care how much money he bring it home.
I agree. Those few women though. It's very few people where you'll find where it's gonna be a real good match for you, regardless on what it is they either have or don't have. Like it's very few people that will be willing to get something like that and be like, yo, this is the perfect person for me, regardless on what they do or do not have.
Yeah, like those type of women. Okay, baby, that's fine. Bring your 40K on over here and make me happy. Like she don't care.
I do.
She take care. He takes care of her mind, her heart. He takes care of her emotions. To her, that's the jackpot.
That is the jackpot. Now,
but if we be honest though,
the way he takes care of her is worth 100K. She don't care how much he makes.
Okay. Go ahead, nephew.
Oh, done. He right. I was just gonna say, if we're being honest though, how many folks find a perfect match? A lot of folks go to settle and find stuff that grow into each other. A lot of folks settle and find stuff that grow into being their match. A lot of folks don't go in finding stuff. Oh, this is what I want. This is what I've been looking for. A lot of folks convince themselves they is, but a lot of folks go and settle.
Mm-hmm. And I agree with what MD is saying. I think there are women out there that's like that. And I found that in older women that's more mature about life and realistic about what they want. And they know what they want, right? And they're okay with that. But I think when you look at some of these younger women, I'm going to say in their 30s, in their early 40s, I don't know MD. Now, I'm going to say after 46, 55 range, those type of women, they done it, been there, been around the block for a minute, and they understand what's important to them, right? And that's important, so they're okay with that. But that woman that is just coming into that boss thing, and she's new, and like I said, she's in her 30s and early 40s. I don't know if that's realistic for a lot of them because they did all this for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And they want a certain lifestyle. And I think some women sacrifice money for love.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't want to sacrifice money for love around that age.
Yeah. If you talk to these women, bro, the ones that I talk to, women that have been through the storm,
Older
it's
women.
one or two ways they end up. It's one or two women, one or two ways they end up, right? They're either going to be in it for the love or they're going to be in it for the money. Okay. Some women did it early on in life for love, and they said, the hell with that. And they said, I'm getting married, I'm getting married for money, right? And vice versa, right? Some people did it for the money, right? And then, they did it for the money. They straight, the husband, left them half, or the husband passed away and they're really good. And now they're looking for love because when they had the guy with the money, he wasn't in love with her, but she got paid, so she hung around. Now she got the money. So the second time she's going to do it again, she's looking for love. So it depends on. I'm not saying that one shoe fits everybody, but I am saying this right here: women are held to a different standard when they're successful than men are, which I think is very sad in our society today. Men don't look at women as a lot of men don't look at women that are successful as an asset. Would that be fair to say, nephew, MD?
Yeah,
Some men
but
don't
I
look at
mean,
women that are successful as an asset.
yeah, but I mean that goes back to MD point. Why would they?
I can think of 1,000 reasons why. My question was this, MD. A lot of men don't look at women that are successful as an asset to them. I said, is that a fair statement?
That's ignorant.
It's ignorant, but I'm saying, is there a fair statement?
Yeah.
Is that a fair statement?
Think about this, bro. We ain't talking about you and me. We talking about the fellas we know in the military. People that we know that's civilians. Come on now.
I can't sway either way on that.
Okay. Well, I'm taking the side that a lot of men don't look at a woman that's successful, more successful than them, as an asset to them. Because I see a lot of men, they want to be able to not just lead, but tell their woman how to do things. For whatever reason, that's the dude's ego. That's what he feels like. So,
well, we can't. Is it ego or leading the household? Because we got to pick and decide which one it is now.
And that's if you're dating, you ain't in the household, so it's your ego.
No, but that's the trait that most women say they want. Hey, I want a man that's gonna lead me and do yada yada yada, whatever it is. So how did that look? That depends on the woman.
But I can leave from a position of your finances being more than mine. That don't change who I am as a man. If I know I'm doing good and I'm taking care of myself, and when I met you, if I'm taking care of myself and you gotta take care of me, I'm leaving.
Okay, but what if that woman apply you different? What if that woman apply you different? That speak to how you feel about yourself. And great, any dude would if he felt like that for real. But if you don't match that woman in something else, she's feel like you're not leading at all.
Well, hold on though. Okay, so I understand the conversation we're having and the debate we're having, but 9 times out of 10, if she meet me in that position and she's already in that position, why the hell is she messing with me?
Because
you see what I'm saying?
You apply something else to her, and you should fit in where you're supposed to. We talked about this the other day.
So that's what I'm saying. I have to be comfortable in my skin or what I bring to the table, and I would never be uncomfortable.
Hold on now, like we said the other day, yeah, you got to be comfortable in your skin. But as soon as you start feeling like you're doing something else, you need to know your place. And if she don't apply you as no leader in the house because you don't match in no other aspects, then you need to pick up her purse and walk behind her.
I will. If man, listen, if I'm with a woman and she's being boss in an area that I'm not able to be boss in, and I love her, and this is what happened in our life, sometimes you guys take a step back, but I don't need to always lead. I know what
boss in the area and how that's being applied to you is different though. You know that. Being a boss in an area and y'all being understood that, hey, this is what she's better at than me, and I let her do what she's good at, or let her be her, is completely different from me being looked as lesser than or in a certain place. We know that's completely different.
Okay, that's completely different. But why would my wife look at a person like me lesser than.
Why do you think it matters? Because that's your wife and you her husband.
Like I
If she
said,
feel
why
like she
would
got
my wife?
something over you, or if the man feel like he got something over her, and it's implied by actions, they don't
I
have
mean,
to say it.
I
They just
understand
know.
what you're saying, but it's implied. But what I'm saying is, a guy that's walking around with an ego big as mine, right? I don't think a woman. I don't give a damn how much money she got. She's not going to be able to imply anything over me because of her pocketbook.
But but you admitted the other day, somebody with an ego just as big as yours, is some women that can humble you, and you'll walk behind them.
But yes, because I'm going to give her that position. You see what I'm saying? I'm
Is
going to give her that
it you
position.
giving her that position? She might not think like that. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
it's
It's
obvious
good
that
if you feel like that, but the woman might not feel like that. That's what you're doing. She might feel like she's in more of the control seat, or the man that's in that same seat might feel like he's in more of the control seat to dictate. That's what it is, regardless on if you accepted it or not.
I'm going to agree. I'm not going to argue that point, but this is what I would say to a couple that's married and in love with each other, right? You would let your wife or your husband have their power trip regardless at the end of the day because it means nothing because y'all love each other. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if it's y'all money and y'all doing what you got to go do, right? She gonna let you run a little bit. You gonna let her run a little bit. It's a give and take, bro. Sometimes money will blind you. Sometimes positions will blind you, and you have to catch yourself. So you got to be able to be willing to be flexible with your wife or husband when they get in that position. And if they love you enough, right? They're not going to make you feel like you're nothing when they're doing what they do. They're going to bring you into their world and let you be a part of that and make sure that you're comfortable with it. That's a person that loves you, right? Whether it's a man
I
or a
agree.
woman. Now, if you got a woman that don't care about you and they're ego driven and they get in a room with these guys, as MD stated earlier, and they start looking at you, start all different, that means your woman was never really in love with you and she tolerated your ass. And that's a totally different. That's a totally different conversation.
Is it not the same if you disappointed her because she met to a different standard that you can't come to?
No, because here's the thing. Like I said, now let's not move the goalpost.
Not just
Before she got, if she married me and I didn't have what I have and she had what she had, she knew it. If when she got what she got to, right, and I still had what I had, she knew it. The only way I would give a woman a break on this is I was making a bunch of money and she wasn't. And somehow things went really bad for me for a long period of time. And now she's making way more money than I have, and I haven't brought my game up. Now I can see where her looking at me some kind of different way, and I'm feeling some kind of way. Because we went into this differently, and I was the leader, and I was taking care of, and now she's taking care of me. So that's a different ball game, and that I don't know how many people can recover from that scenario. But other than that, going into it, knowing who I am, knowing who you are, and we both grinded together. Because regardless of what a MF says, I'm gonna be honest. If you're with somebody when they are going through the tough time, when you first meet them and they don't have it, damn it, they didn't have it. I don't care what they did for 2 years, 3 years after they made it, they didn't have it. So you were a part of their success. Whatever you did or didn't do, the time that you gave them, the space you gave them, whether the man or the woman, you were part of their success, right? So y'all should be able to come up together, regardless who's making the money. He allowed you to, or she allowed you to do those things, or gave you points, or iron your clothes, or held down the house, cooked the dinner, didn't get no food, had to go do whatever that y'all sacrifice y'all had to make for that person to get to that next level. Y'all are doing it for y'all household. I'm not doing it for my wife. I'm not doing it just for myself. I'm doing it for us. I'm doing it for when we retire. And if a woman and a man that's married is not looking at it like that, you need to divorce that ass. I'm being real. I'm being very serious because your ego has no place when you're married. It does not matter who's the breadwinner if y'all both came into that marriage broke and one comes up. Y'all doing that together, whether it's the man or the woman. And if you think that if you got married to this man and y'all both ass came up together, and all of a sudden you start making more money than your husband, and you look at him some kind of different, you never loved your husband anyway. You never loved him anyway. If you look at your man differently because you're making more money than him, and both y'all ass was broke before when y'all first got together, you never loved him anyway. And fellas, if your woman, you love her and she was that way, and and you feel some kind of way, you didn't love her. You didn't love her for her. You loved her because of the position that you saw her in, and you felt that you could help her. And when you couldn't help her ass no more, and she don't need you no more like that, you feel insecure, and that's on you. And she's a divorce your sorry ass. Go ahead, MD. MD, you got something to say?
No, that was me.
Well, go ahead, nephew.
Not my only thing was we didn't talk to a lot of women that felt like that though, even on the show. We we
Uh-huh.
we and we then seen both sides. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
ideally, you absolutely right. Maybe they didn't really care for them. Maybe they didn't, you know what I mean, feel the way that they were saying they were. But I don't think, depending on how it went,
Thank you, now.
it's so out of bounds.
See,
Because
Erica
I
says this on
last
Facebook,
time
on TikTok. Go
say
ahead,
what?
nephew, what you say? I said, Erica saying this on TikTok, right? She said, I will retire my husband to the golf course. See, if you ain't married to a woman that got that kind of mentality for you, man, don't marry her ass.
But
Real talk.
that's EB.
I understand, but what
It's
I'm
not a
saying
lot of
is,
EBs out there.
I think it's more than being like MD said. I think it's more women like that than the ones that actually get the loud voices. I think more
I would
women.
disagree.
Yeah, huh?
I would disagree.
Bruh, I think more women care about their household than who sustain that household if they got a damn good man.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is why I agree with y'all on. Or closer
Go
towards
ahead.
y'all age, I would agree. But the
Okay.
younger they get, no, they don't.
Well, the younger they get, they don't know any better though.
Okay,
They
well,
don't they don't
hold up,
they,
hold
they
up.
don't understand nothing but the bottom line, and they're not in love.
But they getting
A
told
person
this by somebody though, Joe. They getting told this by
uh,
somebody, and this go back up to y'all earlier points that y'all was talking about before. They getting told this
uh,
by other folks around y'all age that it didn't work out with, and y'all, and some of y'all just around y'all age that it didn't work out with like that. Y'all are very good motivators because when you see somebody that went down the path that's supposed to be bringing yada 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 quote unquote happiness, and then now they getting out of their relationships and now they moving on as single themselves. Guess what they're telling their younger kids? Don't do this like how I did. Or they actions are said. Clearly, mom and daddy didn't work out. Clearly, grandma, maybe it wasn't so great when they just stayed together and died together. Because now I'm seeing my mom and daddy do the same thing, and they unhappy and broke up, and now they got to rebound or twist up a whole type of new love and relationship in order just to be happy. Because they yada yada yada. So for me, yeah, it's some. I definitely agree with y'all. I'm pretty sure y'all know more women around y'all age that would apply it like that. That do want the
mm,
house just to be happy. But I've seen a lot of y'all in that same age bracket where it's not happy. I've seen a lot of y'all where it's in that same age bracket where men and women are bitter. And then they pass that down to these kids. So these kids around my age then seen it, Nazumas, and they like, yo, I can care less as long as I get what I want out of it. I can care less as long as I hit the standard that I want and I'm not going to compromise.
okay.
Because we can't yes, it's a lot of y'all that do go for it like that. I mean, I'm never going to say that that's wrong. But it's a lot of y'all
Mm.
bitter folks out there too, and y'all are influencers. Y'all speak loud. It may not be as loud as the young kids is going out because the young kids are trendy.
Okay. Let me bring Nisi in here. She said she want to come in. We got Nisi getting ready to come to the show. Hey, Nisi, welcome to the Joe Lockett Show. How you doing? Nisi, you there? Nisi, are you there?
You got the mic on the
Nisi,
phone?
are you there? If you got your earpiece in, take your earpiece out because a lot of times Bluetooth do not work over the internet.
You got the mic on the phone?
Yeah. MD, we can hear MD. I just don't hear Nisi. All right, MD, appreciate you coming to the show, bro.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, bro. Nisi, you there? Nisi, you may need to turn your volume up. Mahogany said it could be happening to either one at any time. Be there each time. Keep building. I totally agree with that. So Nisi, I don't know what I'm gonna do for you here, but I will just send me another request. Maybe your connection is bad here. I'm gonna bring Kristen to the show. I haven't heard, and I want to hear what Shamil got to say too. All right, y'all. We got Chrissy and hopefully Shamila come in. Chrissy, welcome to the show, baby. How you doing?
I'm good. Hi guys. How y'all doing?
So, what's your thoughts on this topic?
Hmm, which part? Repeat something I can target because I was working the chat.
Okay. No, I just logged on, so I didn't hear what you said. So no, the part I was talking about where a woman, that's a boss chick that's making money will find it very hard to find love because she found success. The guy that she really want to be with is not going to accept her because she's making just as much as he has, and he probably going to feel like there's nothing he can do for her. And the guy that's making less than her, he can offer her love, but he's not going to be able to offer anything to her on a financial level because he doesn't have that kind of paper. So she's caught between a rock and a hard place of, do I go for love or do I be with a guy that I want to be on the same status as, but he may not love me as much? You say to that, you say what?
To that, depends on the person.
Um,
Some women run off egos. Some women don't. They genuinely just care about one or the other. Me personally, I'll say I'm more of a love person. I can take care of myself. Always have. So I don't need a man to take care of me.
Do you believe it's okay for a woman to retire her man?
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm. So, do you have a problem with making more than your man, and just say if you got a promotion at your job, and your man is been on his job for 15 years, it's not going anywhere, but just a little bit up, but your job is still making more money. Are you gonna look? Are you gonna look down on your man less than because he never tried to move himself up?
No, definitely not. If anything, I'm going to be the push to get him where he wants to be because I'm very much self motivated. So whatever his goals and dreams is, we need to incorporate it and get it done. But definitely not.
Okay. So I guess maybe I'm living in a fantasy world when I see these things happening, that when women are in these relationships with men, right? They want their man, if they move up, they want their man to do better than what they are doing.
No, it's not that. It's that, and it's a combination of what's shown on TV. You see these reality shows and these women living these lifestyles, and they're telling the children and whoever's watching the shows, these women, that their man should be making this. They don't deal with men that don't make this or can't do this. And no, that's fantasy island right there. That's not what's real.
Okay, Erica said, okay, what if your man has no goals and is good at $40,000 a year?
That's his money. If he can live over that 40K a year, then that's on him. It's not really about, like, his money is his money, my money is my money. Like, now I'm married, so it's different. But no, money is money. It's there. It's gonna be there. We make the money, so it's no big issue.
Shamil, to that, you say what?
I don't see where it should be an issue, but like I said before, I've been a stay-at-home wife for 13 years. So, I mean, I have my own money, but nowhere near what he's making, but we're good with that. But I mean, on the flip side, I have some friends that, like one of my good friends, she's an RN, she's got her bachelor's, and she married a man that didn't work. And she was fine with that, because she loved him. But, 8 years in, now he's out the door because he feels like he's not worthy of her. And instead of trying to do better, he went somewhere else where he could be comfortable being nothing. I mean, for lack of a better word.
Now I've seen that all too.
It's just like, you know, and she was good. She's like, I make the money. I love you. They were like best friends. And he would help her with her other businesses. She had a couple businesses on the side she was doing. And, you know, she was like, we're good. What's the problem? And he was just like, you know, it got to the point where he started putting her down and telling her she thought she was this and that. And she's like, where is this coming from? And then one day he just up and left. And then he told her, it's not you, it's me. Like, I just, you know. So,
Well, you know, that man there,
like what they said before, society tells people this because of different things. Because if I get to the point where I'm doing something and I'm making like buku money, and like I would tell my husband, you don't have to work. I asked him recently from listening to a show, if you know what I'm doing now, I blew up, and you know, would you quit working? And he was like, I don't know.
you know, I don't, you know, I think it should be, I'll say this for a man, right? For Chrissy and Shamir that's on the show right now, and you got nephew, and he hanging out on YouTube and Facebook with our audience. I would say this, and nephew, do me a favor because you're on Facebook and YouTube, answer those people in the chat rooms if you can, if you need to, by chatting with them. I would say this, for a man that's with women, that a woman that's making more than him, and she's bringing in the money. Yes, as a man, I'm going to feel like I need to do something, right? Just to feel I'm contributing. But because I'm older, my ego has to look at, I got to be proud of my wife. And I would ask men this, right? I don't know if a lot of men are proud of their wife when their wife succeeds. I don't know if a lot of men is proud of their wife to see them get awards that the man never received himself. I don't know if men can handle that this woman succeeded at her job and she got awards or got promoted, but he never received one award from his job. I don't know how some men, I believe some men can't handle that. They don't want to see their wife get something that they did not receive. They're okay if they get it and then their wife get it, but if their wife or their kids get it before them, some men do not like that. Why, I have no idea, but I've seen this up close and personal. I've seen some men that their kids, they're jealous of their own kids because their kids have had more success earlier on than they have. I've seen a lot of men jealous of their kids because now he feels, I guess, instead of being proud of the kids that he raised, he feels that he can't tell them nothing or they're not going to listen to him anymore. I guess, I don't know. But I've seen fathers not go to their kids' ceremonies or to their graduations or to their award ceremonies and say, quote unquote, he's busy. But in reality, he didn't want to go see his kid receive something he didn't receive.
I don't understand that because they are a reflection of you, which means you did something right. Although they still have to step out and do the right things, but that would be a reflection of you. You know, that, oh, even with my husband, you know, or with with a man's wife, like if she's flourishing or he's flourishing, why be jealous? Like you said, you should be proud. Like, that's my baby. Oh, look at them go. Because ultimately, unless you dealing with a jerk, everything that they're doing is flowing back into the household, and you're able to take trips and do things. So why are you mad?
You know, I can't explain it. I have my own theories on, but I can't explain it. Rosemary on TikTok says, "Do you think black men struggle with this more than other cultures?" From my own personal POV, yes, I do. I truly think this in the black culture, and this is what I'm going to say is, I don't want to get to a historical conversation here, but black men have been through so much. I was just talking to someone, I think either this morning or yesterday about this. The black man, which would be my father, right, is 30 or 40 years removed from segregation. Okay, where they were looked down upon, wasn't able to go into a restaurant, right? Couldn't drink at water fountain, had to sit in the back of the bus and was called ninja, you know, at any time of the day, right? That guy there has been stepped on. Well, that guy is my father. That makes sense, y'all? That guy's a lot of y'all father. Think about what I just said now. Think about who his father was, right? His father was the guy that had the father that was a slave. So when you ask me that question, yes, I think black men struggle with that because when they finally get in power, right? And they're able to tell their family and their kids what to do, everybody starts to exceed them again. How do you think they really feel when you sit down and really think about it from their point of view? It sucks, right? But my theory, when I look at it, is imagine what they had to go through for 50 or 60 years prior to get to this point where they were looked upon as, the hero, the person. Now, of course, the wife and the kids are probably looking at him that way, but he don't feel that way because he can't tell them what to do because he's not in the position of power anymore. And a lot of men was not taught by their fathers during that era on how to deal with that because they couldn't deal with it. So are they assholes? Are they just traumatized and never was dealt with? I don't know. But I'm just saying, most people my age listen to the show today. That's your dad if you're black.
That's right.
Think about what I'm saying now. However messed up or crazy your dad may be or whatever, that's your dad. So when you think about what I'm saying in its entirety, right? I'm his son. It's incumbent upon me now what I'm going to do next because I'm creating a whole nother generation. My grandfather created my dad. How could he create something when he was less than a man? My grandfather. Let's take it back one more generation. My great-grandfather created my grandfather. Where did they ever have a chance to win it? And when my father came, the 70s came, segregation was over. Now he can get a job. Now he can walk in a restaurant. Now he can do certain things. But now you got a wife at home saying you need to do more. You got a kid looking at you saying, well, Dad, you need to do this, and this now because times have changed now. He's looking at y'all like, motherfucker, do you not know? I'm the man. You don't tell me, I tell you. You see what I'm saying? Now, for us, we're looking at Pop, we just trying to hear it. Honey, I'm just trying to help you. He's looking at it like, damn it, when can I ever win? Why do people keep trying to tell me what the hell I need to do? Why come I just can't be a man and be myself and lead my family? Why everybody trying to top me? Now, that's a bad way to look at it, but that's my theory on why the black man, I think, struggles more than any culture because we have come from a situation because of history that we were less than. And it's hard for some men to accept more than in their own household when they thought that at least at home, that was their safe space. No one could ever top them there. The white man topped them all their life. Does that make sense to anybody?
I mean, I know what you're saying, and it makes sense, but why does it? But in the household, I don't see why it has to be a competition.
Because when that man came home in the 70s,
it shouldn't have to be a competition, though.
It shouldn't be.
I mean, because when you get married or people that live together and they're in a relationship and they're trying to, make things work together, it's about us. It's not just about me anymore. So if you're flourishing and doing better, I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. And I don't see why it should matter on the other way around. I know that it does. Unfortunately, it does for some people, but it just doesn't make sense. And I understand the history and all of that, but at what point do you let that go and move on? Because that was what it was. This is what it is now. And so you can't go forward if you're continuously looking back.
Well, I think what has happened in the generation, was that Shamil just talking? I think it was Shamil, right?
Yes.
Okay, Shamil, what happened is, you said, when does it change? It changed with me, the next generation. right? My brother. See, my great grandfather, I don't know about, I don't know my great grandfather, but my grandfather was a player, right? He wasn't there. He left my dad and his siblings at home with my grandmother. So you understand that lifestyle. My father stayed with my mom, right? Because I guess he vowed to himself, I would never leave my family. Okay. But some of those guys back in the 70s that stayed with their wives, they came home, y'all, and y'all know what I'm talking about if you're black. What did they come home and do after they took a hard day work of being called ninja and look less than all day long? What did they come home and do? The men in the 70s, what did they come home and do? When they got mad? They abused their wives. They took everything else they could not do in society and scream and holler or fight or whatever. Who they did it to? Their families. Right? And the woman took it because why? She knew what he had been through. She understood it. Right? Let's just keep it real now. So our mamas took that. Just like grandmama took what granddaddy did because she understood what he went through. Right? We are a product of that. Go ahead.
It depends on the household. I know in Donald, my grandfather will be 100 years old in August. And I sit and pick his brain because he lives in Delaware. We're in Alabama now, but I sit and pick his brain every phone conversation anytime we visited back home.
Right.
And he always talks about, he's really proud of himself. People say he's bragging, but no, he's just really proud. He talks about how, they grew up on a farm. And he, he only had an 8th grade education, that he had to go to work. And then from there, he got drafted into the Navy, and he fought in World War II, one of them anyway, but he went to Vietnam, and he, when he talks about that, but then when he came home, he was working for the Port of Wilmington in Wilmington, Delaware, and he worked his way up with his 8th grade education. They retired. They bought a home back in Lower Delaware, and he has his home, his land, his cars, and he's just really proud of where he came from. Now, he did his little dirt, in the beginning of the marriage. He got a couple kids out there that were my grandmoms and things of that nature, but he looked at life differently. He didn't look at it as what he couldn't get, what was being held from him. Right. He focused on what he was able to do, and that's how he raised my uncles and my mom and my aunts and everything. Like, you got to do, don't worry about what somebody is not acknowledging in you or what they're holding back from you. You do what you got to do to get what you need, legitimately. Right. And do what you have to do and look within yourself. Don't wait for somebody to give it to you or to acknowledge you or anything like that. So I really think it just depends. It depends on the household, and I totally get it because the majority of people, yes, but it depends on the household mentality. Not to say that there's injustice that's not out there and that people weren't held back, but if that's all you hold on to, that's as far as you're going to get.
Very, you make a very true statement, right, on both sides of the fence, because there are men during that time that was never abusive to their wives or to their kids or to their families, right? Was not. But y'all notice how most people can relate, because I'm looking at some of the comments here, and people either saying my dad, my mom, my grandfather, my grandmother, right? So if you're black, you get it. Not making any excuses, right? I'm not condoning any of this.
With him, he'd come home and take it out on my mom. So I saw that, a little bit in that household, but then most of my grandparents raised me for the most part.
Okay.
But then looking on the flip side with grandma and grandpa and hearing both sides of their stories, because she had her side, he had his side, but in the end, it all worked out. So I mean, I get that, but it's just at some point we have to come to a point where, okay, you saw what happened, you see what's happening, but we have to do better. We can't keep making the excuse that this happened, that happened, they wouldn't let us do this, they won't give me that. At some point, like, it is what it is, and have your moment, call it for what it is, but then what are you going to do now?
But I think, what you're saying, Shamel, and thanks for your thing here, Nisi. I see what you're saying, that your dad was a breadwinner and took care of your mom, and your mom was a homemaker, and that was a house of 12. Most houses back then was anywhere between 6 and 12 or 13. So yes, that was very common. Um, but I'm gonna say this: the change comes most times in the next generation from the kids saying, "I'm not gonna do what they did."
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's hard for some men unless they find Jesus or they get off drugs or and not all men that were abusive were on drugs or alcoholics. Some were just some mean assholes, right? And that's who they were. And some are still out that way to this day. But I'm going to say this: I don't think most times with the situation that we're talking about in general, not happens to everybody, but that generation does not change. They have accepted and settled for what that is because of what they've been through, and that is what it is. But I think a lot of kids that saw their mom or their dad go through that, they either turn into that person, which is far and in between that I've seen. Most kids, men and women, say, I would never ever do that to my family. And they change. They become something entirely different, right? And that's what I've seen growing up in my generation now. So it is our generation in the Black community, right? For us now to go forth and make sure we tell the story correctly and make sure that the father, right? You're proud of your kid. The father tells your son that it's okay if your wife becomes the breadwinner, but make sure you're doing whatever you got to go do, but y'all love each other and support each other regardless of the money. We have to change that narrative. That old narrative that's there and that was said, that would never change. But
But
I think
most,
it's up to go ahead.
uh, most of y'all
Yeah,
wouldn't even believe that.
wouldn't believe what.
Like I feel you, and I'm not gonna argue history because you know how I am about history.
Uh-huh.
I got brought up in it, so everything you said was right, and even to Miss Chanel point. But if it start with y'all, how many of you guys do you think really would believe that if you're not handling this and doing this for the wife or financially providing for her or making sure she doesn't have to worry about anything on that end, that she can really live her life and make sure to raise the kids? How many of you of around your age do you really think will believe that, hey, you're still the man of your household even if your wife is the quote unquote breadwinner? I don't think it's a lot of y'all that would even agree with that statement around your age. I think it's popular to
That's
say
you.
it now because it's popular because most women are getting to it and making that real bread. Most women nowadays are getting to it and they in a tax bracket that is common to be in at least the
Mhm.
five figures if they went
Right.
to college and getting their stuff done. So
Mhm.
if you're dealing with that in today's dating market, regardless on your
Mhm.
age, if you're just a blue collar worker and she view you not on the same page and she has to be the breadwinner, I'm sure a lot of the past generations would say that ain't the man of the household.
I can see your point, and you may be right on what you are saying, right? But I'm gonna say this for people listening, and when you're having conversations with your family, that's what we try to do in the show, uplift, right? We should be having a conversation. This generation, we don't have any excuses. I say it that way. We should be trying to make sure that the next generation is set in a better position. We should try to make sure that they're left with wealth, with land, with real estate, right? With finances, right? Uh, that's something we, as men and women, should be doing for our kids and our family. That is my hope. That is my dream for everybody listening to our show today, right? You may be right in what you're saying, nephew, but I think if somebody don't get on the platform and say what we should be talking about, and instead of what the common knowledge may be what a lot of people are doing, the conversation never changes. On this show here, we try to change minds, we try to change lives, and we try to change for generations to come. I'm a change agent in my family. I'm going to be the first one in my family that's going to be a millionaire and make sure the Lockett family going forward is going to be okay
But
for
you know what's
generations to
crazy though?
come. What's that?
When you do, because we already
Uh-huh.
speak that, you know what I mean? You gonna
Yes,
be the
sir.
millionaire.
It's coming.
You know
We
what's
close.
crazy?
Go ahead. Uh-huh.
Then the conversation won't apply to you. Just that simple.
It probably
Just
will.
that simple.
You're
So the
right.
conversation
But
won't
you know
even
something?
apply to you. And if
You're
we're
right.
going to really have the conversation, we have to apply it to the folks where it would apply to. That would be more of the successful woman to say, hey, if that man really does love you and he does value you to that extent, then there's something to look into. There's something to cherish. There's something to build from. If we talking about
Right.
who it applies to, then we talk to that successful dude. Hey, successful dude, don't be so turned off by somebody that's on your level. She can still add to and be very beneficial to you. You should look in the bright
Right.
sides instead of being off put. But most folks who this applies to already are set in their ways. You know why? Because most folks want control in their relationship. Now, is it folks that want love in the relationship? Most definitely. I never argue
Mhm.
against that because some folks are out here looking for love. And that's where you see the folks
Mhm.
where, hey, they don't have as much as I do, but they apply in other areas where they're invaluable. But a lot of
Mhm.
folks want control. And that's why they get in these positions. That's why they get the success they get. So they don't have to relinquish it.
Very
And
true.
those are the
Very
folks
true.
that have to be willing to really have this conversation. Because I believe when we get there, we won't have to tell you about it because you're going to live it.
I agree. But what you're saying is true. And what Erica just said on TikTok is true. Everyone tries to act like everyone is making 100K and they're not. That is very true. When I say most people at the beginning of the show, I said this: most women are not making that, right? Most men are not making that, but people act like they want to be with people that are doing that. That's why I went to the boss chick that's actually making that money. That's why I changed the conversation, because the chicks that I see or the men that I see that saying some of this stuff, if you looked at them and took away what somebody gave them, they have nothing. Let me say that again. Most of these people that y'all see on these blogs and podcasts, if you took away what the man has given them and go by exactly their net worth, right? The women that are running their mouth, they broke. They have nothing. They have less than they're making less than 100,000. I said, take away all the money that these guys are giving them and what they are actually worth themselves. They're not worth anything. A lot of them. And some of these people that you think successful, they're not. There's a lot of people got credit cards and a lot of debt out there and living, whatever project to project, trying to hopefully that they get there. A lot of these actors and people that you're saying, they don't have that money like that for real, y'all. I'm behind the scenes with some of these cats. They don't have it like that. Jobs are not coming in like that. These blockbuster movies are not playing blockbuster prices anymore. The people that got the paper, they got the paper. But if you look at people like, just think about this, and I'm not getting back into it. Why is Monique borrowing money from Kevin Hart? Huh? Monique, she had the Parkers. She had a successful run on many different things. Why is she borrowing money from Kevin Hart? Not getting into the situation, but she put it out there. Why is she borrowing money from Kevin Hart? We know she done made at least a couple $1 million.
Yeah,
Think
but
about what I'm saying now.
it's hard to bring Monique in, though.
No, I'm not bringing Monique in. I'm just saying, when you look at some of these stars, they don't have the kind of money that we think that they do have. Or they mismanage their money, or whatever the case may be. And sometimes you come to find out that when you had their shows, they weren't making a whole bunch of money off their show. They didn't own the rights to their show. They didn't know certain things. It looked like they had it, but they had a bad deal. So what I'm saying is to everybody, right? We got to be very careful, in my humble opinion, men and women, of what you say you want and what you're able to bring to the table and what you're able to achieve and able to maintain with yourself or with anybody else. Yeah, everybody wants the golden, want the golden goose. Everybody wants, the fancy life or, whatever your success is. It may just, be with somebody that got a good retirement and y'all got a house and a car, and that's success. Whatever that success looks like to you is, that's what you're looking for. But please understand that at the end of the day, that what you see on these social media sites, what you see on TV is not real. I'm gonna say 70 to 80% of the time. 70 to 80% of the time, what you see on these social media, what these people are doing and standing in front of cars, it's not real. So please make sure you understand what you want in your life. And I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Make the man or the woman that you decide to be with. If you're married for money, if you're married for love, you can get both, you're lucky. But really make an honest choice about what you want and not what society wants you to think of what you need to do. Because if you're chasing what society wants, you'll never be happy. Find out what you want. Hey guys, Shamel, Chrissy, nephew, we appreciate you guys locking into the show today, man. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the follow button. Y'all know how I feel about you, right? Jitam, TMO, Ashtamas. What does all that mean? I mean, all of us, we love you. Have a great night.
You too. Thanks, Joe.
All right, thank you. Thank you, guys. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
TikTok said, oh, I don't want you to go, Joe. All right, guys. Someone please. Okay, y'all, don't get on my feed, baby. All right, guys, y'all have a good night. Thanks for Facebook. Thanks, YouTube. Y'all have a good one. Talk to you guys soon.